We're back. Joey, what episode is it? Oh, you're not here, you bitch. Because he forgot. It's a fucking Thursday at 7 o'clock. What are we fucking doing here? I got a lot of built-up anger over this week, and I'm about to fucking direct it all at Joey. There's multiple things in the wrestling world, out of the wrestling world. I'm fucking pissed.
Can't tell.
Anyways, I think it's like episode 27.
Ask him next week and he'll say 25.
Yeah, he's gonna say, what, fucking 19? It's like, Joey, we've been in the fucking 20s for 7 weeks now. What are we doing?
No, he knows that we're at least legal 21 at
least. That is true. That is true. But yeah, how you guys doing?
Not bad, not bad.
Dustin's room just turned pink. I don't know what he's got on TV.
Because he's a big pussy.
I like how you almost spelled out of what you were saying. I like how you said it, and then at the end you were just kind of, I don't feel confident about this one. I'm going to kind of almost skirt out of this one at the end. That was pretty good. I think we should start at the top, obviously, of the drama that I've held within myself.
No, you can't get there yet. There's so much.
No. I'm talking about the Picks Championship. For Hell in a Cell. That's where I'm gonna start at the top, because it's some bullshit. Okay, this is bullshit. I think it should be stricken from the records. This one doesn't count. It's a no contest. I should still be your champion, as you see on the screen right there. I should still be. You want to know why? Because fucking Cody Rhodes tore his fucking arm off of his body and still wrestled for 25 fucking minutes.
It's
24:40.
Apparently, homeboy tore his pec off the bone.
Pretty much, dude. So yeah, so it can't obviously. Okay, so going over the picks. For those that didn't watch last week or whatever, we're talking about the picks here for Hell in a Cell that happened Sunday. 4 of us, the 4 that are on the show, picked exactly the same. Every pick was exactly the same. Adam had a couple different, and he got a couple different wrong. So Adam was 4-2 on the picks. The rest of us were 5-1. The match we missed was Ezekiel. Like I said, we all had the same. Fucking Ezekiel took that L.
Big time
for whatever reason. I don't. Just a sidebar. Did he admit that he was Elias on Raw?
Yeah. So he said he was like, yeah. So Ezekiel wanted the rematch, and Kevin was like, no. He's like, you only get the rematch if you admit that you're Elias. And he's like, fine. He's like, I'm Elias. And he's like, I knew it. You're Elias. And he's like, wow, I didn't realize it was that easy. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I just did what you always do, and I just lied.
Okay. Anyways, so it came down to the tiebreaker between the 4 of us for our time for Hell in the Cell. I had 29 minutes, Joey had 28, AJ had 27, Dustin had 25. The match went for 24 minutes and 40 seconds. Somehow, like AJ said, it probably goes back to the song. Somehow Cody actually had a very good match with whatever the fuck. I couldn't watch the match. I want to let you know, I couldn't watch the match. At one point, Seth took a kendo stick and pushed it into his chest and was moving it around. And I was like, all right, cool, I'm done. I think I would have been okay, but then AJ said something in our chat about Dustin hurling, and I was like, nope, I think that's me. I think I'm gonna do that. And it could have been a combination of other things that were going on at the time mixed with that, but I don't know what it was. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't watch it. I was literally sitting here the whole time. I had a timer going, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna go to bed. I don't want to sit here. And I was like, well, I got the fucking timer going. I might as well just sit here through it. So, but yeah. So.
Go ahead.
So,
finish.
If Cody wasn't injured, that match goes way past 24 minutes.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah. Are we all in agreement there?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're
Alright, let's go.
gonna count this as due to injury, no contest. I'm still champion. Moving on.
No, we're not gonna. No,
Fucking
we're not
horseshit.
pulling that bullshit.
Fucking horseshit, dude. I was on the fucking streak of a lifetime. Dustin, here's your fucking title. We're gonna call it a fucking belt, dude. Cause fuck WWE right now.
Cody, fuck your feet.
But yeah, overall thought. I mean, Hell in a Cell wasn't awful.
It wasn't, and I'll give Cody so much credit for going through with that match. That match actually turned out to be really, really good, in my opinion. The only reason, so a little backstory, apparently he suffered or obtained the injury in the fight segment from Raw that they had, the blow-off show. That exchange, it was like a slight tear he had, and then while weightlifting on Friday is where it completely came off.
Which
Complete tear.
Which I showed a non-wrestling watcher at work, a friend of mine. I showed him the picture of Cody after he took his jacket off, and he is a avid gym goat. Like, he goes to the gym quite a bit. He lifts and things like that. And he was also pretty much disgusted and said that. And then I told him that this guy continued to wrestle a 25-minute match, going through a table, taking weapon shots and everything. And he's like, that's one of the craziest things I've ever heard. And he was talking about how videos of people tearing their pecs while lifting weights is one of the most disgusting things you've ever seen.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's just fucking...
Yeah, he said that he watched...
Your muscles, they expand when you flex and you do things. So think of it like an elastic rubber band.
Yeah.
Essentially. So, and when it snaps, all it does is it retracts.
Yeah. So he said that there's a video that he's seen where a guy was lifting way too much weight, and he was trying to, I don't remember what kind of, but he just, as he's lifting, you just see it just like almost looks like it just explodes in his chest.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's rough.
So the one thing that a lot of people have, said is like, well, why would he go out and do it? Like, well, it's completely ripped off the bone. So it's not like he's going to sustain an additional injury.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, they did the match really well in the most safest manner possible, especially in a Hell in a Cell match with weapons and a bunch of other spots that they still wanted to do.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think they did a really good job. It was a really good match, a good way to close a show that kind of was a little lackluster. The only, I think, good matches were the first match and the last match, in my opinion, which was the Triple Threat Women's Championship and then the Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, massive. Kudos to Seth for being able to do it and, make it look as good as it did. Massive kudos to Cody for doing it, because he very well could have just said, fuck this, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we can transition, Hell in a Cell into Raw, because first thing Cody wanted to do, address the crowd. He's going to have surgery. He should have had surgery by today, which is good. I haven't heard anything in terms of having successful surgery. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it was. But he seemed like he was trying to tease like him wanting to be back for Money in the Bank, which is like a month's time away, which is impossible, because from past analysis of wrestlers who've had torn pecs, recovery time is at least 5 to 6 months.
Yeah.
John Cena somehow did it in 4, but everyone else that's had it, Triple H has a torn pec before. There's a few other people that had notable pectoral muscle tears, and it took them 5 to 6 months.
Yeah, this thing's here that I'm looking at from Bleacher Report was updated. Wow, I think it was updated more recently, but it says he's supposed to undergo surgery today. No, I haven't seen any updates, but it just says recent wrestling history would give a rough timeline of 4 to 6 months, though the front end of that that has typically been seen as a medical marvel, a la John Cena.
Yeah. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. I figure if they really want to play it right, I'm sure their plans were to have Cody win Money in the Bank. Set himself for a future championship with a match with Roman Reigns before you continue, Blake. Because I know we're gonna get into some deep waters later in a few minutes. But I figure this could be potentially hold him off till Rumble to come back to the Rumble. Like I know we were talking in chat potentially Survivor Series. If that happens, it makes no sense to be like, why? Unless he was like a surprise participant in a Survivor Series match, which would be dumb. But have him come back for the Rumble then and have him win. I mean, figure that would be the biggest way to just interject him right back into the title picture.
Yeah. Because there was a part, I did see a small part of Cody's promo from Monday, and there was a part that I thought they were still going to try to put him in the fucking money that, like, he was, because he was talking about Money in the Bank, and I was like, there's no fucking way that they're going to actually let him still do Money in the Bank and, like, win Money in the Bank.
Yeah, he can't.
That would be like, the way he talked, I was like, wait a minute, I was like, there's no fucking way they can actually do that.
Yeah. And with that, WWE be WWE and have a mad scramble on trying to replace their number one babyface with another babyface, which was just fucking stupid. As we know, Hell in a Cell, Judgment Day was taking on what people have been saying. All right, here's going to be another trigger. Bull Live Club. Bull Live Club. And we all thought a fourth member was going to join Judgment Day that night. A potential Ciampa joining, or Finn turning on AJ and Liv, and then joining Judgment Day that night. On Monday,
that is one of
Judgment Day.
That is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
Judgment Day had the counter for the week. I wonder who's going to have the counter next week. Maybe Bobby will have it. I don't fucking know. Actually, no, it'll be John Cena because he's coming back.
That's not till the 27th.
I know, but he's been getting the video package.
Oh, yeah.
Days till John Cena returns.
At 9:05 Eastern Standard Time, John Cena returns.
In 18 days.
I wonder if that's what it was. I wonder if they just fucking, like, Cody fucking got hurt and they're like, John, we will give you a blank check. Just come back. For whatever reason, just come back. I'll give you 2 blank checks. Whatever the fuck you want to do, dude.
He's like, well, I can only stay for 6 months. Perfect.
Fucking, here's 3. That works perfect. Here's 3 blank checks. You know what? Here's 6. Here's 1 for each month. Here, just write 1 check a month. Blank check, whatever you want to do with it.
So, Judgment Day had a promo segment, and straight out, they're like, Judgment Day gets a new member. Okay, well, what the fuck? Like,
which,
already. It's
yeah,
like,
also thought was very weird.
It's like, why would he go out of the way and do this bullshit? Well, Finn comes out.
I want it to be known that before AJ continues with the breakdown of what happened, this is the only thing I turned Raw on to watch. Like I said, I seen a clip of Cody's promo somewhere else. This is the only thing that I actually opened the USA app to watch for Raw. It was like, oh, Edge is do the Judgment Day, whatever. So I opened it up. This is the only thing I seen. AJ continue.
Yeah, doing a promo. Edge is like, now let us introduce our new member. Finn music hits. He comes out, he's doing his regular poses and moves, and everyone's really fucking confused. Like, oh, what the fuck? Okay, well, Finn joining. Hey.
Oh, this is going to be most people, as I thought, this is going to be a swerve, and Finn's going to, not join and whatever. That's what I thought it was. Where it's, oh, this isn't the real member. Then maybe Ciampa comes out and attacks Finn, and like, oh, he's not the member. Right. I'm the member.
Right.
Something that makes sense. Yeah.
Right. Something that makes sense. For as much as Finn has been helping AJ kind of take on Judgment Day, we also don't see AJ whatsoever. Well, at Hell in a Cell, he fucking bashed his head open somehow.
Yeah.
Don't even know how. So, I don't know. Maybe he got stitches. Whatever. Doesn't show up for Raw. Finn joins, and everyone starts talking about, what brought them together. What was their bond? How they discussed backstage on what their vision was going forward. To be part of Judgment Day, what the message they want to take to the people. And they start talking about, well, we have to start with our, weakest link. What is the weakness in this group? And Damian Priest turns to Edge and he's like, it's you, bitch. And then they just beat the living shit out of Edge and kick him out of Judgment Day. So here's this mad WWE scramble. They need a new babyface to replace, I almost said Edge, replace Cody, and Edge is the answer.
This goes back to, hey, have more than 3 superstars that you care about.
Yes.
Like, that would solve everything. It's like,
Yeah.
If you bring up our chat where Joey's like, oh, he's obviously being fucking old man, whatever, and complaining because everybody in AEW has a belt right now, and it's like, well, I mean, at least they're able to pivot, like they just had to fucking do. And it's like, okay, CM Punk's hurt. Who do we pivot to? I don't know, a fucking battle royale. We got fucking plenty of people. You got fucking, I mean, if you're just wanting to do babyface, you got obviously go back to Hangman. I mean, there's options that you have. You don't have those options when you look at WWE, and it's causes stupid things like this. Like, hey, this faction is really cool. Getting over, just started. Edge just did his heel turn, music turn, whatever the fuck you want to do. Okay, cool. Well, we'll fucking scrap it in 2 months? Not even 2 months.
Yeah. So this
Rhea's been a part of the group 3 weeks.
One of the worst pivots that they could have done, because they don't really set up a story. I mean, they set up a story. It's just going to be poorly done.
So now is it AJ and Edge versus Judgment Day with Liv?
Watch, they just completely, Edge is going to completely ignore them now because he needs to be ascended into high top tier babyface, which they have Bobby. You've got Bobby. Just let him do the program. Riddle as well. Let Riddle do the program.
Yes. Again.
Instead, they've got now these weird angles that they're trying to do with both of them, where at Hell in a Cell, Bobby grabbed one of the replica titles from a fan and was like, I want this. Yeah. And now he's somehow in a program with Austin Theory. Same thing with Riddle. Riddle has been... Okay, hopefully we're done with Riddle and the tag team titles, because I'm over it. Let him be a single star. But then somehow is in a program with the fucking Miz and Maurice, and then Ciampa, who jumped him during that segment.
Yeah.
So it's like how are you trying to build new stars?
Hey, so on the Edge thing, there was something that came out said about they wanted a supernatural element to it.
Yeah. So
you didn't like the idea.
Edge didn't, with the whole idea of having a supernatural gimmick. Edge wasn't for it. He wanted to be more realistic. I guess now they can take this supernatural approach with Finn, but if you think about it, supernatural hasn't been
worked in WWE
at all. It worked with the Undertaker, it worked with the Fiend,
and they fucking ruined it. Yeah,
they shitted all over the Fiend. So it's why do you want to try to make something like a stable? Which Vince fucking hate groups and stables, so I don't even know how this has been going on for this long, for 3 weeks at least, or 3 months. I don't know what you fucking want to say, but I don't know how long this is gonna be for.
And as far as this, we're talking about the supernatural thing that Dustin brought up, it's they tried it with just Bray before he did the Fiend thing, and it didn't work then either. And because they didn't know how to do it.
It worked with the fans and the crowds, and people were behind it. But to your point, they didn't know what to do with it.
My thought, when I think about with them doing Bray as the Fiend, I'm thinking WrestleMania with Randy. I think it's Randy Orton when they did the projector of the worms on the mat and shit like that. It's okay, that doesn't make any fucking sense. But yeah, again, then the Fiend happens, and it's hey, this is fucking fantastic. Universally loved by everyone. Pretty much, you're gonna have your stupid people that whatever, but it's universally loved by everyone. Not only are we not gonna do it, we're gonna cut him, It's
Yeah.
like, but I mean, and then Bobby could fit into this role perfect. He just finished his story with Omos. He's done.
Yes.
He does the title grab thing, like you said, scripted or not, whether that was just him doing it, whatever. That fits perfectly. Okay, fuck, Cody's hurt. Pivot to Bobby.
Yep.
It makes perfect fucking sense. No, let's fucking ruin this 3-month-old faction and fucking. I don't know. It's fucking stupid.
I mean, AJ is a baby face. Like, I mean,
yes.
Granted, at least he had a story with Edge, but again, it's like, well, then just push AJ up.
Yeah.
Like, there are other people that you could push up that you're like, oh shit, we need to fucking try to balance the odds because, well, Randy's out. Randy's probably got time off, so he's not going to be back for a while. Riddle asked Roman. He's like, I want to fight Roman, but then he's now in this Miz TV segment and fighting with the Miz and Ciampa. Now it's like, what the hell are we going with? And then, John Cena's coming back. I'm pretty sure the angle for that is for him to fight Theory, because Theory and him have been going back and forth. But then it's like, okay, well then why the fuck did you throw Bobby in a Theory segment? It's like you panicked. It was super WWE panic mode, and they're
fucking
just like,
full tilt.
Fuck it. They're just like, throw it out the fucking window and let's see what sticks. That's basically what they did.
And nothing stuck, by the way.
Yeah, nothing stuck. So
I think they're gonna do John Cena with Theory because they're TikTok and shit. No, Cena was like calling him out or saying do a match or whatever. So I mean that's gonna be a different fucking segue or segment right there. So
I'm glad you're talking more, but I literally just fucking said that.
But
Dumb bitch. No, that's fine. Raw, it turned into a fire.
So as far as the supernatural element, so we have obviously Finn could do the demon again, which he hasn't done in years.
No, well, maybe at least a year when he fought Roman before he got drafted to.
Oh yeah, because it was they did the
God intervened.
Yeah.
And the ropes broke.
So are they just gonna give Priest and Rhea supernatural gimmicks? Like, oh, it's the demon and I was gonna say the Fiend, but that's fucking Bray Wyatt's thing. So
I don't know what they're gonna do. That's the thing. It's like, I mean, they tried playing around with it when like Priest would appear at the ringside during the matches, and then all of a sudden he's gone. I don't know if that's what they're trying to play with, but I hope that the face paint comes back for Finn at least.
Hashtag Edge was right. That's where I'm standing.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Now do we fast forward to actually good shit that happened this week?
No, we're not there yet.
Fucking shoot me, dude.
NXT 2.0.
Oh yeah, definitely fucking shoot me then.
The finals for the women's breakout tournament happened. I don't know why this wasn't part of the In Your House show. They left it for NXT. And then I don't know why it wasn't the main event. I feel like the match between Roxanne Perez and Tiffany Stratton was actually really good. And they're both really good competitors. And I think Tiffany Stratton could be a future potential star in the company. Mainly because she's blonde and Vince likes blonde.
Hey, she's already a foot ahead.
Yep. Roxanne Perez won. Should have fucking won. She's the big star.
Hey, it won't mean nothing, but good job.
Yes.
WWE's going to squander it away.
She gets a future title shot against Mandy unless she wants to make it a tag team thing with Cora. I don't think so. I really think Roxanne will be the one. Will be the one that defeats Mandy and takes the title off of her finally.
Just imagine Cora rolling up on her little shitty skateboard, be like, "Hey man, can we do a tag team match?" She's like, "No, you stupid bitch, get away from me! I'm going for the big fucking title."
So
take your fucking skate, you Darby Allin wannabe. Take it somewhere else.
The only shitty part is when Roxanne joined, and 3 weeks in, she had a match with Mandy, and they had Mandy beat her. and now she's here at this tournament. She wins. She's getting another title opportunity, which she should push her to the fucking moon. It's like, well, then why the fuck did you have her lose the first time? And clean as well. A clean 1, 2, 3.
Hey,
Not
man.
no distraction bullshit.
So you said that happened like 3 weeks in?
Yeah.
Like from her debut. Oh man, you got to get the 50-50 booking going early. You know, got to get that ball rolling early. So now she's got that L under her belt. Now she'll come back and get the W. You know what I mean?
Whatever. It's fucking stupid. The Creed brothers are the tag team champions. They won it in your house. They beat Pretty Deadly. There's still bullshit within Diamond Mind. I'm pretty sure that shit's gonna break up soon. What else we got? Dustin's Druid boys are gonna have a match finally. We finally get to see who's under the hoods.
What?
I would laugh. Yeah, he's got druids now.
Who? Oh.
Dustin does.
Okay. I'm caught up.
Yeah.
I'm caught up.
Yeah. He's got druids. They're finally gonna reveal who they are. Have a match next week. And then I'm trying to think who else. Oh, Apollo Crews is back on NXT.
I did see that.
He's probably going to be the next one that takes on Braun Breaker.
No accent.
No accent, that's right. He dropped the Nigerian Prince gimmick, so I thought that was really weird.
Makes
but
no
apparently,
sense.
on the personnel and on the roster sheet, Apollo and Commander Aziz are both on NXT. So I wonder if Aziz is finally going to start having some matches in NXT. I don't know.
So
but yeah,
I just thought whenever I seen it and I was like listening, because literally I seen the clip and I was like, wonder if he kept his. Literally, I was like, I wonder if he kept his accent. And I watched it and I was like, oh nope, he totally dropped it. I was like, so I wonder if this is like a universe thing where it's like, oh, in this universe he's not the Nigerian whatever, and then he goes back to the main roster in that universe. He's still doing it, and it's like, it's so dumb.
I don't know. Who know? It's long-term storytelling, though. That one time, Roman's like, "I need a favor from you, Apollo." Came to help Solo Sikoa out in his tag team match with against Carmelo, who's again North American champion, by the way. Cameron Grimes, done and lost it. Probably gonna go up to the main roster now. And your boy Grayson Waller. So, yeah, NXT 2.0. Moving in the whatever direction it wants to fucking go. Apparently, it's like the
you were gonna say like you wanted to say right direction, but you couldn't do it.
No, it's like a compass that's been magnetized and it's just spinning around in a fucking circle all the time. That's what NXT 2.0 is.
Yeah, they're fucking lost in the jungle, dude. They don't know where they're at or what they're doing.
Let's see. Fabian Eicher. He's got the repackage. He is being repackaged as Giovanni Vinci. Of course, make it the most stereotypical Italian thing ever. Drives fancy cars, wears nice suits, has $1 million watch on his wrist.
Why didn't they just put him with fucking Tony D'Angelo?
You know, they possibly could do that, and it would make things so much worse.
Yeah, because he was fucking killing it in Imperium, and now he's fucking, I
don't know. Fucking talk to Dustin. This is his bullshit. This is his problem now. Timothy Thatcher finally made his first appearance after being released from NXT or WWE. He's part of Pro Wrestling Noah. He made a Noah debut in Japan, so I think that's pretty cool. He's and he came out with the Imperium theme song, by the way, which was pretty fucking crazy. By the way, it's weird. He's fucking weird. All right, so before we continue, the whole Stephanie leaving. So apparently, a source within WWE spoke with Business Insider, and they believe that Stephanie was forced out of the company because they don't think she was fitting or being effective enough in her role, and which is why they wanted to transition into other people doing the role. So I think a lot of people forced her out, and apparently she's being buried throughout the company as like, damn. And that's why she's decided to take her leave of absence. Some fucked up shit. Some bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, hey, anybody that knows wrestling, let's get them out of the company, you know? Let's get them leave.
Also, a lot of people call back to Vince's interview on the Pat show. He's like, I love my family and I want them to do the best and be the best. He's like, but sometimes in a business atmosphere, you kind of have to just do what's right and best for business. So I guess best for business means kicking your own family out of the business, essentially.
Best for business means have a shitty business, apparently.
Yeah, pretty much. And we should also be expecting more NXT releases soon.
Oh, of course.
Wrestling Observer Brian Alvarez brought up the point where now with NXT 2.0 and their direction of what they want to do for that brand and being a true developmental is there is going to be a evaluation period every 6 months for every superstar, future superstar, I should say. And if they don't see them improving in any which ways they want them to improve, they're going to get cut.
Which is hilarious because that's like, I mean, yeah, you could put it on, and people say you put it on the superstar to get yourself over, but I mean, if you don't put them on TV, they're not going to get over.
Right.
And you don't use them, they're not going to get over. So that's like 50-50. Hey, this is, your fault versus WWE's fault.
Well, it's probably, with performance center training, if you actually get TV time, that's probably another thing. So I'm sure all those next in line recruits, I bet you're loving that you're joined WWE to be a superstar. Yeah. Good luck to you. I'm pretty sure within the next 6 months, I'm pretty sure Von Wagner is probably going to get released because that motherfucker is a boring-ass caveman.
He's a fucking caveman.
You're a fucking caveman. Matt Cardona going to be out 3 to 5 months. He had a torn bicep at a show that he had with Blake Christian. He's the current NWA champion. What are they going to do with the belt? He's supposed to defend it against Nick Aldis relatively soon. I don't think they've made any announcement of what they're planning on doing with that either. It'd be interesting to see what comes from that. The former Dexter Lumis, going back to Samuel Shaw, name he used when he was in Impact as well. He apparently signed with NWA, so he's going to be joining the company soon. That's good for him. I was able to bounce back. I'm pretty sure Indy's no longer referencing him anymore. Hopefully not. Hopefully. With that bullshit.
She's not Mrs. Loomis anymore?
No. No. WWE, a lot of speculation. They're the reason why hit Vice TV show Dark Side of the Ring no longer happening. A lot of people are calling the show creators a sellout as well, because apparently the two creators of Dark Side of the Ring are going to be partnering with WWE to do a new show on Vice TV, and it's going to be something like Campfire Talks.
Light Side of the Ring.
Talk about Inside of the Ring. Inside of Vince's desk, under his desk.
Yeah, Light Side of the Ring, not Dark Side of the Ring.
Light Side of the Ring. So yeah, it's going to be, I guess, potential pitches was like Campfire Talks, where legends talk about
past awful.
Stories. It does sound awful. It's like Legends Talk, basically what it's going to be.
Table for three.
Yeah, basically. That's probably what it's going to be like. Which is funny because they still are doing stuff with A&E. A&E is the head parent to Vice TV anyway, so kind of just all flows together. They'll potentially be having 3 shows. I mean, they currently still have the biographies thing that they're doing. They're bringing back Greatest Treasures show, which is actually a pretty good show if no one's watched it. And then now this new Vice TV program, if it ever takes off or gets picked up, or whatever the idea that they're trying to do and accomplish with it. Injury bug. There's a lot of injuries going around. Um, Obviously, Cody's torn pec. Io Shirai has been out and off TV for a while. She's also dealing with injury. Danielson hurt, but it's not too serious. He might have picked up the injury during the Anarchy match, but he's only going to be gone for a couple weeks. He probably will be back for the Blood and Guts match. And if he chooses not to be a part of the match, Wheeler Yuta is finally back from Japan, so he can even take his spot there too.
Which, with how AEW does their booking anyway, it's really good. Which, I mean, it probably again goes back to them only having 3 hours of programming a week.
Yeah.
But it makes it easier because there are times where you don't see somebody for 2 or 3 weeks on Dynamite,
Right.
anyways.
Yeah.
Like there's no reason for it. You just don't, and so it kind of helps that as well.
Does Adam Cole is actually hurt. He's got a labrum injury, which is why we haven't seen him. That's why we see him on commentary a lot these days. Obviously, his last match was with Samoa Joe, but apparently he's been dealing with a labrum injury since his program with Hangman Page. So, no one knows anything. Cole hasn't confirmed, nor AEW, on the severity of the issue, since he's been on TV and not wrestling. Hopefully, it's not a serious injury like a tear or anything, but he is dealing with an injury. Punk obviously is the big news.
Get well soon, baby.
The lower leg surgery is what they said, but I believe he might have suffered a broken foot. And he was gonna vacate the title. Tony said no, and the reason for this, I think it's very logical. A lot of people are like, "Well, why the fuck are you trying to crown an interim champion?"
I feel like that should be done more.
Yes, because Tony treats it as a fighting sport, essentially, where if you look at UFC, if a champion is out and hurt or cannot compete, they will crown an interim champion, and when the original champion is finally able to compete, they do the unification match. Makes sense, I think, to your point as well. I really think they should be doing this more often.
Because, I mean, if you want to talk about it, I mean, and honestly, we're getting back to that now. I mean, obviously, we haven't watched SmackDown this week, but, I mean, if you think a couple years ago, I mean, you'd have Brock Lesnar as champion and wouldn't see him for a number of weeks. Close to a couple months. I mean, those were times where, I mean, it's kind of the same situation. So WWE shouldn't be afraid to do this same situation because I feel like it's a smart thing. It's like, okay, yeah, you get the whole vacated title story, come back for it, but how many times do we have it where it's like Finn got completely derailed by his injury. He was first Universal Champion. He's never even sniffed it since.
Yep.
And it's like, that was, 2018, 2017 that happened?
Yep.
Somewhere around in there. And it's been 5-ish years later, almost 5 years later, and still hasn't been anywhere close to the title. Maybe one match. And it's like, that makes so much more sense to be like, okay, yeah, I'm the champion. Have an interim champion, and then unification match, and yeah, it just makes so much more sense. And it honestly makes it feel more legitimate than just, I'm sorry, I got to leave.
Right.
Especially since most injuries, you have a timetable of when you're, and you're still carrying on with business as usual. You still have a champion. You still have the main champion. They're still going to defend it for the 5 to 6 months that that person's out. That's fine. Then that person comes back. Oh, big surprise pop at a pay-per-view. Guess who's back with their title? CM Punk's back. He confronts Moxley or whoever's going to be champion, Tanahashi, whatever. Now we're at the next show, they're going to have a big match. It makes so much sense.
Yeah, and they could easily play it just like how in 2011 when Punk won the championship and left because his contract expired, so they crowned a new champion. Yeah. And then when John Cena showed up, Punk came back and he's like, "I'm the real champ."
Yeah.
They could easily play that again, and I really hope they do. But in the time being,
you heard it here first. AJ hopes John Cena is the AEW interim heavyweight champion. You heard it here.
Yeah, of course. 100%. He's like, we'll put that title and company on his back and take it to the moon. But in order to crown what their idea for crowning an interim champion, Dynamite kicked off with a battle royale. The winner of the Battle Royale will face Jon Moxley in the main event of the same show. And then, which I thought they played this really smart, because obviously they had to pivot, and they pivot in the right direction, unlike WWE. You see,
it's crazy that it was like 2 nights later. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's insane.
They're like, shit. Okay, well, we need a champion. Okay. And Forbidden Door is coming up.
Hold on, I'm gonna stop you right there for just 1 second. I want to start this AEW. Now that we're talking about AEW, I want to start this AEW segment with this right here. Okay, because
you're welcome.
We're about.
You're welcome.
Because for all the things that WWE fucked up this week, including what we're talking about now with this Battle Royale and everything, AEW was like, "Hey man, we know those guys fucking suck. They fucked everything up. We're gonna make it all better, especially Blake, especially for you."
Sure.
Specifically for me.
Yeah. Did it just for you.
Just for me.
I had to call up Tony. I was like, hey, my friend Blake is having a real hard
he's
time
having
after Monday.
Yeah, fucking the Edge thing, he's tilted, he's having a bad time of it, okay? So.
And then he's like, he put a bad bet in too, so.
It wasn't a bad fucking bet. Fuck you, Al Horford, you son of... I needed 1 point.
Old fuck.
So he's just, it's just been one thing after another. He's like, let's try to make this the best Dynamite going into, weeks into Forbidden Door. So let's build this card up right. Let's do it. So, yeah. So they played it smart. They're doing this tournament style bracket. A interim champion will be crowned at Forbidden Door. And they did stuff from AEW, and they're having a match with 2 New Japan stars that they're going to fight this weekend, Dominion, Tanahashi, and Hiroki Goto. These 2 will fight. The winner will go to Forbidden Door and face, fast forward, Jon Moxley wins, Kyle O'Reilly wins the Battle Royale. I was kind of good for Kyle. Kyle's on a fucking, to the moon push right now.
What's crazy? Fucking dude was a single star in WWE literally 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Hilarious to me. I fucking love it.
And he's been put in these fantastic matchups. It just shows how good Kyle O'Reilly can be as a single star. I really thought it could potentially come down to Andrade and Phoenix because, they have been past world champions elsewhere. So it kind of makes sense, kind of make the main event, I wouldn't say a little bit more believable as a fighting chance, but the match that Kyle and Mox had was fucking a real banger. So kudos to Kyle. But Moxley wins, so he's going to Forbidden Door. He will face whoever wins. This potentially is the way Moxley can finally get his match with Tanahashi, in which he's been fucking clamoring for it for years now. So hopefully that's the payoff that we're looking for. But of course, Moxley's also in this JAS and Kingston storyline. So it's that match is going to happen. The Blood and Guts match is going to happen after Forbidden Door in Detroit. It's going to happen on the 29th. So, we've briefly started talking about this before we started the show, is what if AEW and New Japan trade world championships? Which would be, my opinion, actually be pretty fucking cool. Just saying. Because then what happens, it works for both businesses. There are a really big niche following in US for New Japan, me being one big New Japan guy.
You fucking Mark.
Yeah, fucking mouth. Shut your fucking mouth. And it kind of gives more exposure to the championship and the brand, how they handle things. And if a New Japan star, let's say Tanahashi wins, becoming interim AEW champion, takes that title back to Japan, it gives more exposure to AEW going forward from all of the Japanese fans. And because they just recently started airing Dynamite and Rampage and Shingo Takagi is one of the commentators. So they've been translating the shows for people to now start watching the show and the program. So ideally, this makes sense in my head for business reasons and even talent reasons as well. So I wouldn't be against, them swapping belts. In Dynamite, Hangman, he fought David Finlay. He beat him. Obviously, he's got to build momentum after losing the championship and then building to Forbidden Door. He wants Okada. If he's still
He's
champion.
gonna get fucking Jay White.
Well, Adam Cole, made the point right here. He's like,
You damn right he did.
well, Jay White will be champion. And he's like, why should you get the first shot? He's like, I'm on a fucking rise. I'm on a hot streak.
You damn right.
So here.
Fuck you, Hangman.
Let's play this out. What if Cole and Hangman fight again? Or what if they did a 4-way at Forbidden Door? Cole, Page, White, Okada.
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
Just saying. What if we play it that way? What if Cole becomes IWGP World Heavyweight Champion?
Okay, I don't know if I'm as in as I thought, because now my heart is between fucking Jay White and Adam Cole, and I don't know how I feel about it. But then I'm just going to have a similar situation to what happened last night on Dynamite as well. Two of my favorites fucking going at it. Hey, you can't fucking lose, okay? Actually, you can, but...
So, I mean, before we obviously keep going, because there's so much that unpack in this Dynamite episode. There's so much fucking much that goes on and blows my mind still. Right, so... Obviously, you wanted to try and build the best possible match, right? We got Dominion coming, Jay White, Okada. That's the main event, IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Let's say if White wins, we also still have to figure out what they're trying to build for Bullet Club and Undisputed Elite. I mean, are we doing a mixed tag? Would it be Undisputed Elite versus Bullet Club, or is it going to be a mixed thing? Are they going to have single matches altogether? There's a lot. There's still so much happening.
Bro, there's only 2 Dynamites until Forbidden Door.
I know. That's what I'm saying. There's so much that's happening, and I think things might start coming together after this Dominion event. If Jay White wins, I think we can see what direction.
Win. Jay White wins.
Relax. Just relax. Gotta be impartial here for a little bit.
Fuck that, dude.
Trying to be impartial and logical. I'm trying to build Forbidden Door, you son of a bitch.
Yep, and I got it. Fucking Will Ospreay, Jay White, Adam Cole, Buddy Matthews, and Pac in a fatal 5-way match for the AEW IWGP Championship. Fucking book it. Let's go.
So, yeah. I mean, they can do so much there, but then, again, what are we doing to build Bullet Club and Undisputed Elite? If Okada retains, easy, right out. Who's got the best lariat? Hangman or Okada? I feel like to make things a little bit lighthearted, where your top talent guys aren't being pinned from a New Japan perspective, do the 4-way. Let's see what happens. Hangman will probably be the one to take the pin.
Hell yeah.
If Cole wins, or Hangman does become IWGP World Champion. To be honest, I don't think I can see that happening, only because if Hangman goes to Japan, he's not big of star as we think he would. Even though he's made toward Japan, both Cole and Hangman have been in Japan before with Bullet Club. So, it's not too crazy out of the question per se, but if you think about it, if Cole wins, part of Undisputed Elite, if he goes to Japan and Jay White's there with Bullet Club, he thinks he can be just
he's back in Bullet Club.
Nah,
fucking Blade Runner.
Yeah,
fucking.
So I mean, I already booked this way too far in advance. I gotta stop talking. Someone's gonna take my ideas. So yeah, so much can happen still. I really think we'll have a more clear picture after Dominion this weekend. But who knows? Maybe we could do a 4-way, saying that came out really wrong, but a fatal 4-way. Cole.
Don't worry, Joey's not here. You're good.
Yeah. Cole, Hangman. Well, he'd be left out in B Jelly apparently.
Probably.
Hangman, Cole, White, Okada. Book it. Let's see
Dude,
what
I'm
happens.
fucking in. Fucking pin Hangman. I don't care who does it. Fucking pin Hangman. Fuck Hangman.
Damn.
I've been on that train since he fucking beat Adam Cole, and I will fucking die on that train. I actually like unbiasedly, I like Hangman, but my bias side has to come out a little bit. Fuck Hangman, okay?
Whatever. New championship in AEW. Brand new one called the All Atlantic Championship.
Glad Joey's not here for this part.
Essentially, it's going to be essentially their international championship. I think the tournament that they've been doing, how they set it up, I think it was really cool. Makes sense. You get individuals from different countries, battle it out. I think it's a smart way to do it. Here's the thing. One, you've already made the point. It's exactly the women's championship. Exact same thing.
Yeah,
It has the China and Japan flag on it, and they're not in the Atlantic. So there's already that. You already fucked yourself with the name itself, in my opinion. But whatever. And it's too late. It already says All Atlantic Champion on the title. So, okay, whatever. I understand it's you're kind of hands tied of defining being an international championship. But whatever.
The Pangea Championship.
I guess. So the first round happened. Dynamite, Buddy Matthews from Australia versus Pac from the UK. Fucking slap leg.
Fucking banger.
Yes, crazy as shit. Pac wins. Goes on.
Bro, there was a time where I think I seen Pac hit Pac hit a super kick or something, and then he fucking turned around and ran right into Buddy Matthew doing one of what Buddy Matthew does best, a fucking knee strike. It's fucking awesome. I gotta go back and watch it because I was in the middle of a game whenever it was on, so I need to go back to watch like all the details of it. But the things that I seen was I thought it was really cool. Because Buddy Matthews has been known that when people go to do a dive, because I know him and Penta had the moment in their one match where when somebody goes to dive on Buddy, Buddy slides in the ring and goes face to face with them.
Yeah.
Buddy was outside of the ring. Pac was in the ring like he was going to dive, and he ran at the ropes like he was going to dive. But instead of doing it, he slid out on the other side and then turned around and gave a finger to Buddy. And I was like, fucking sick. I fucking loved it. It's little things like that just fucking, like, he knows Buddy, knows what Buddy's going to do. And Buddy was looking like he was going to do it, too. Because you've seen whenever Pac, right before Pac went to run, Buddy kind of jumped like he was going to go. And then Pac took off, and he slid out of the other side of the ring. And I was like, fucking awesome, dude.
Blake was like, right into the veins.
In the fucking veins, dude. Let's go.
So
need more of that in my life.
Great match. Pac moves on. Next week they're doing Ethan Page versus Miro.
I think it's been a while since Bulgaria. I think it's been a while since we've seen the Arrow. He ain't done that in a while.
He does. So what he usually does is he'll do Black Arrow and then into the Brutalizer.
Yeah.
But this time he just did the Black Arrow and it was 1, 2, 3. Canada, Ethan Page, Miro, Bulgaria. That's another match. Penta, Mexico, versus Malachi, who's from the Netherlands. So that's going to be another banger of a match. And then we're going to have a New Japan match. Obviously, we're going to have, I don't know if it would be 2 Japanese wrestlers. I mean, one will be from Japan. Or they could try doing something else, but I don't know. I thought it would have been really cool. Or hey, fucking do a Japanese wrestler and Hikuleo is from Isle of Samoa, so you can do that too. Like, I would like for a country to be represented by each competitor, instead of just doing 2 Japanese wrestlers. I think that would be pretty cool. Or even fucking, well, depending on what happens with Dominion, Tama Tongo could do it. He's facing Carl Anderson for the Openweight Championship.
Hikuleo has already been on AEW programming, though.
So it works.
Yeah.
I mean, it could totally work. So I think that would be really cool. Well, that match is going to happen in Japan. It's not. I don't think it's going to happen here. So the final four will have a fatal four-way at Forbidden Door as well. So the first champion will be crowned there. I say, fucking put it on Malachi and send that motherfucker to the moon because he deserves it and it's time.
Bro,
let's make it happen.
Bro, after Monday night, there was a part of me after Buddy lost that match clean that I was like, please don't do this to me. And then he fucking walks up the ramp and Malachi and Brody and Julia walk out and I'm like, if Malachi kicks him, I'm jumping off of my house. Like, I was so fucking scared. I was like, if you guys fucking WWE me, I'm fucking going to the tippy top of the top of my house, and I'm doing a fucking header off. And the side of my house is perfect. My house just fucking falls off of the side. It's fucking perfect for a header, just straight into the concrete. And I would have fucking done it. If he'd have kicked Buddy, I'd have lost it.
Oh my god. And
fucking WWE PTSD over here.
We had one last segment, Trent standing in the middle of the ring. He's like, it's best friend day and I have none of my best friends around. And he's like, Roppongi Vice, we had a match with FTR for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. We didn't win, we didn't lose. We were attacked by Jeff Cobb and Great O'Khan. And, pretty pissed about that. FTR came out, they had split up, blah, blah, blah. They both agreed. They're like, you shouldn't be mad at us. It wasn't with those dumb bitches. The United Empire.
And then Tony was like...
music came out.
Tony was like, hey, Blake, you've had a rough week. We thought this has been really good. We gave you Buddy and Pac versus each other. Adam Cole was there as well. He had a little segment on the microphone. We're feeling it. We feel like we got your soul's lifted now, but we're not done yet. We have one more for you. And not only was United Empire there, but
the music hit first. The music first hit, and then fucking Will Ospreay comes out of the top.
Which I didn't realize at first because one, I didn't know. I've seen the clip of it have him coming out like 3 or 4 times since then. But I didn't notice that his name comes across the top, like it's the United Empire flag, and then his name comes up. Because there's a dude in the United Empire, I don't know his name. I noticed it from the New Japan show that was just in DC or whatever, the Capital something, whatever it was called. I don't remember. Yeah, that one. I didn't want to say Capital Punishment because that's a WWE thing. That there's a dude in United Empire that looks almost exactly like Will Ospreay if you don't pay attention. He has the same haircut.
Yeah, that might be the new one they just added. Yeah. I think it's like Francisco or something.
Whenever he walked out, and I was like, because again, I had it up like on a monitor and I wasn't fully paying attention. I was like, that's not fucking Will Ospreay. And I had the audio mute. I was like, that's not. And it fucking zooms in. I'm like, holy fuck. I'm trying to keep Michael in the middle of a Dungeons and Dragons game.
Falls out of his chair. Falls backwards.
Holy fucking shit. Will Ospreay's on fucking AEW. On national American television. Let's fucking go.
Will Ospreay comes out. Aaron Henare and Aussie Open come in behind FTR and Trent. And they lay a fucking beat down on him. Trent gets the Aussie Open's dual finisher, and then boom, hidden blade to the back of the head.
Fucking go, dude. It's so fucking sick.
On Rampage, they'll have their first appearance on television, their first match in AEW. Will Ospreay and Aussie Open will take on FTR and Trent Beretta. Which is, I am so totally for United Empire being there, Will Ospreay being there, but I was kind of hoping Cobb and Great O'Khan were going to come back out. It's potentially probably what they're trying to build for FTR and Great O'Khan and Jeff Cobb for the Ring of Honor title belts. But we'll see what happens. That that might be on a Ring of Honor show and not Forbidden Door beats me, really. I mean, they still could do all of United Empire, FTR, and a couple other tag teams, but who knows? Or it'd be like FTR, Roppongi Vice,
Orange
Cassidy, or Chaos, or whatever you wanted to do. But yeah, we'll see. Next week, also, is there a special Road Rager show? That's what they're doing. Fucking Jurassic Express. I feel like the only time they can defend their titles are in a triple threat match. They're gonna do it again against the Bucks and the Hardys in a ladder match.
A little more, what do you want to call it? Seeds of discourse were sown a little bit through that little segment where Jungle Boy's looking at Christian like he's a fucking lunatic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna finally lose there. It's probably gonna be the Bucks. I feel like for AEW only really has the best booking for tag team champs if it's the Bucks.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I mean, yeah, no, really, it has only been the Bucks. Maybe FTR as well. But I mean, if you're gonna build a fucking card to Forbidden Door, why wouldn't you have the Bucks be the AEW tag team champions?
Yeah.
I mean, I would love for the Hardys to be champion, but not going into Forbidden Door. I probably don't ever want them to be AEW tag team champions because they can't fucking go as much anymore. They almost died already. Jeff's almost died.
I am nervous for Wednesday because they're going to try to do something crazy and
I'm sure
somebody's going to break something. And if they don't break something...
Luchasaurus is broken.
Whoa.
Fuck that dumb dino bitch.
Whoa. Let's fucking calm it down a little bit.
Hurt my boy Ray Phoenix, and then he
shut up!
He almost killed somebody.
Teach Ray Phoenix...
He almost killed Ricky Starks.
Teach Phoenix how to take a bump and not catch himself with his arm on a fucking table.
How about you fucking try it? How about that?
Okay, I fucking put my arms in my fucking pocket.
Breaks both his legs. Fuck! Tears both his quads. Fuck!
This is what Vince felt like? Now I can book a fucking wrestling show.
No, you can't.
Jay White to the moon. Adam Cole to the other moon.
What other moon? Jupiter.
There's other moons out there. What think our moon's the only moon? There was something else I was going to say. I don't remember what it was.
What?
Oh, I remember what it was. Tony, I know you're watching. I know you're listening. AJ's got you on speed dial. Great week so far. Like I said, we got Will Ospreay in a match on TV tomorrow. If you want to just secure this as the greatest week ever, just fucking, buy out his New Japan contract, sign him to an AEW contract. You know what I mean? You got the fucking money to do it. Fucking sell the Jaguars. Make some money, okay? So some dude almost paid $5 billion for the fucking Broncos. I'm sure somebody will pay fucking, I know somebody will pay
Walmart Broncos.
Yeah, somebody will pay you, like, I don't know.
Great Value Stadium.
Somebody will pay you equate. But yeah. Oh, we had one other thing that I remember from Dynamite at least. Was reading it Tony Storm versus Thunder Rosa ish.
Teases, yeah. There's some teases there.
Put it on Tony. Send her to the fucking moon too.
Oh, you just insulted Dustin there.
I don't give a fuck. He's the one that's got the fucking. Look at the Tony. Okay, he's got. Is that a Thunder Rosa picture there?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
well look how much bigger the fucking Tony one is. I don't have to fucking. I didn't insult anything. The Tony one's fucking bigger. Moving on. You don't fucking like it. He can fuck off.
Well, why don't you ask him which jar is filled more? Then you know which one he likes more.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I think is that it?
I think so.
I think that's it.
There's a lot of flack that you're like, well, Hangman, Wardlow, they weren't in the idea of being crowned interim champion. I mean, but of course you gotta. I mean, there are stories still.
Yeah.
That,
Wardlow going
plus you're
after the
still
TNT championship.
Yes, it's going
So it
after
looks
the
like
TNT.
looks like they're going the slow build with him. Well, kind of slow. I don't know.
Which it's like I want Wardlow to win, but I was like, you just made that title for Scorpio. It's like fuck.
I mean, yeah. I don't know how I feel. I see what they're doing with Wardlow. I kind of wish they would stop the backstage walk to the ring.
Yeah,
because I mean he already has the single name, the single 2-syllable name, and the crowd's doing it. You know, the Wardlow chants, like the Goldberg shit. It's like, okay, now you're gonna have him standing in pyro and all this kind of stuff. Like, just stop with the Goldberg. Let Wardlow be Wardlow and fucking smash people.
Didn't they have to scrap some music because it was too close to Goldberg for him? I saw some posts about it.
I mean, I know he's
just fucking
technically
keep the music he's got. That shit, like I unmuted it for a second last night to see if it was new music or not. His current music is fucking sick. Just leave that alone.
Yeah. I mean, I like his music. I heard they were gonna give him new stuff or that new song, licensed song that Tony probably bought, but I have no clue.
Nah, dude, just fucking leave him with what he's got. But that would be fucking awful if they gave him something similar to Goldberg. That would be fucking awful.
I mean, if he gets a new song, it's probably when he wins a championship.
Yeah. I'm telling you, if there's a moment where he comes out and he's fucking standing in the pyro, somebody's catching a fucking left hook. Okay.
That's fun.
Because we don't want him compared more to Goldberg. We want him to be Wardlow.
Automatically unsafe.
Yeah.
Well, just ask those 20 security guards. He's about to whoop ass next time.
Yeah, that's true too. Like, we've seen Goldberg do this.
Just as long as he doesn't get finger poked of doom.
As long as he doesn't start headbutting lockers and giving himself concussions.
That's true too.
Or headbutting fucking doors as he walks the room and then goes and cut a promo that he can't remember. But I think that's it. What Dominion's this Sunday, right?
This week.
Is it normal time for us or is it? Okay,
it's like,
I didn't figure.
It's like 3 a.m. for us.
So is it 3 in the is it 3 a.m. Sunday morning or 3 a.m. Monday morning?
I'd have to double check because they usually
doesn't matter. AJ's up.
I don't matter. I'm gonna watch that bitch.
Doesn't matter. AJ's in Japan.
Yeah. I mean, I won't watch it live, but I mean, I forget if they do their shows on Sunday or Saturday.
Okay, so this thing says Wrestling Inc. will have complete New Japan Pro Wrestling shout out to Wrestling Inc. I guess you just got a free shout out. We'll have a complete coverage of New Japan Pro Wrestling Dominion on Sunday, June 12th, beginning at 5 a.m. Eastern Time, 2 a.m. Pacific Time. So I'm assuming that says Sunday, June 12th. So I'm assuming that's Sunday morning that the pay-per-view is going to start coming in. Why the fuck are you going to start coverage 24 hours before the show starts? So looking at 4 a.m. our time. Actually, here's the Wikipedia page. We want 6:12.
That's what time Joey gets up in it.
Probably.
Tell that old bitch to watch it then.
Wow, you don't have a start time on here on the Wikipedia page? Yeah, just a date, June 12th, 2022. Bro, Jay White, Okada, let's fucking go.
That match, the card itself,
just going over.
Looks so good.
So 10 matches looks like they have. So they have listed 1 through 10, 6 or 9, and I should have sent this to you to read. Hiroyoshi Tenzin versus United Empire. Aaron, I don't know how to pronounce his last name either. TJP and Francisco Akira.
Yeah, that's Francisco Akira. I think is the one that looks like Ospreay.
Yeah, he does. I didn't know TJP was in the United Empire.
Yes.
Hey, hit me with that Naito faction.
Tetsuya Naito?
Oh, yeah, what's his...
Ingobernables de Japón.
Yep, them versus Bullet Club of Tajiri Ishimori. Did I know that? Fuck yeah, dude.
You did.
El Phantasmo and Ace Austin. Number 3, we have Toro Yano versus Doc Gallows in a singles match. Where's Carl Anderson?
He's fighting Tama Tonga.
Oh, hey, there it is, number 8. Number 4, House of Torture versus Suzuki Gun.
Suzuki Goon.
Goon? It says Gun.
I know, but it's pronounced Goon.
So we got Bad Luck Fale. We have Bullet Club, Bad Luck Fale, and Chase Owens versus United Empire of Great O'Khan and Jeff Cobb for the IWGP Tag Team Championship. Oh, that last one, the number 4, the House of Torture and Suzuki Gun, is 6-man tag match for the Never Openweight 6-man tag team championship. Why is it 6-man tag team championship? Okay.
It's a trio.
Yeah. That's what I assumed. It's weird that it's labeled 6-man tag. Number 6, Tanahashi versus Goto for the winner versus John Moxley. Shingo
Takagi.
Yep, versus I don't know how to pronounce that one either. Tai Chi.
Yeah.
To be announced match for the provisional KOPW 2022 trophy. Okay. Tama Tonga versus Carl Anderson for the Never Openweight Championship. Ooh, let's go Machine Gun. Win you a singles title. Hopefully Juice Robinson is ready to go. Juice Robinson versus Sonata versus Will Ospreay for the IWGP US Heavyweight Championship. And then Okada versus Jay White. They don't have the Intercontinental Championship anymore because it's in with the IWGP Heavyweight Championship now, right?
Correct.
Which is weird.
BJS Ibushi had to unify the belts.
I do miss the old IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, the V4 belt was a great belt.
Like
I love the IC belt too.
It just looks. Yeah, I love all of their belts. I don't think they have a bad belt because I just feel like their belts look like just good wrestling. Like I don't know how to explain it other than like when you look at it, you're like, hell yeah, that's a good wrestling belt. It's like you look at shit that WWE puts out, like their Intercontinental title is atrocious. It's whatever.
I miss their old belts.
And then AEW's kind of slacking a little bit with, the new, which, we can't hate on it. We've hated on every women's championship they've had. But the newest one was all right. It just doesn't, I don't feel like there's anything special about it. I feel like and then, so you get that one, and then you get the All Atlantic, and I feel like it's just copy-paste at this point. Yeah, that's the card for Dominion at 4 a.m. Central Standard Time. AJ will have his alarm set for 3:30 with a cup of coffee, I'm sure. I don't know if you drink coffee.
Like 5 cups of coffee.
Yeah. And a 5-hour energy. Yeah, should be a fun show. I'll try to watch a lot of I'm interested in some of this. Definitely obviously interested in the last 2 matches for sure. I want to see Carl Anderson win a title. Yeah, should be good. I think that's all we got. Remember, fuck Joey. I think that's words to live by. Most importantly, you're right, Dustin. That is number 1 priority. Number 2 priority is fuck WWE. And then I'm going to say number 3 is going to be fuck Dustin because he just rolled his eyes at fuck WWE.
They signed my checks, dog.
I don't give a fuck. Return them, okay? Fucking return them.
I was going to say, I thought we were doing fuck Joey, fuck Dustin is like tie for number 1.
Dustin showed up and he actually started the call today, so he's here. I'll give him number 3 because WWE fucked up so bad, and then obviously fuck Joey because he's not here. That's just the rule of the show.
Oh, I forgot.
All right, that is it for us. Do all the things, like, comment, subscribe, social media channels, all the shit. We will see you guys next week to talk about some Dominion. Getting ready for Forbidden Door is just around the corner. We will see you guys next week.